What's up, y'all? Back again with another video talking police life. Um, it's gonna be a series that I do here. Um, talking every step of the way of the hiring process, and then get into the police academy, and then what you can expect when you get the FTO. So this video in particular is just about hiring process. Um, the very first thing I will tell you is before you even start applying places, have patience. It takes a long time. Tell before you fill it out, have it in your head that it takes 6 months because that's about if it happens sooner, then great. But it takes about 6 months to for you get that letter that's saying, "Hey, you got the job." Um, okay, so get into some of the steps here that you have to take to become a police officer. And I know a lot of people out there have questions. How do you get this job? Does it is it different than is the process different than other jobs? Yes. Like I just said, it takes a lot longer. Um, but again, the very first step you want to do is get the application. Whether it's digital, you have to print it out, and they want and however they want you to turn it in. Make sure you pay attention to the details and follow the instructions because every application for every department is different. Some departments will have everything digital and you do it. Some departments have their own website separate from the department website where you fill out everything, upload all the files there, and you can make an account and do all that stuff. Other departments, you got to print it out and turn it in by hand. So just make sure you pay attention to those things. Um, take your time filling it out. Most departments give a lengthy amount of time. I think the shortest amount of time seems like a month to fill out the application and have it turned in. This gives you time to get your credentials, birth certificate, high school diploma, transcripts if needed. You know, every department has different requirements. I can't, that's the thing. Some will make you even go get high school transcripts. Well, I don't know. If you've got military background like me, you need your DD 214. Um, what else? So yeah, make sure you take your time, get all those documents, whatever they will tell you. It's one thing about policing. There's no tricks when it comes to we need this. They tell you everything you need. It's very simple. And it actually is the first test of getting the job. Can you follow instructions? Get all the proper documents. Take your time when you're filling out the application. Double check it. Have somebody else look at it and make sure that every field is filled in, even if it doesn't apply to you, it's not applicable, put NA. See. So, so you got everything ready to turn in your application with your documents, and now your next step is most likely taking a test, a written exam. Every department exam is different. Some will focus on geography, your directions. There are questions that ask you the fastest route to get to the call. Some are basic, like almost like a SAT, where they just want to know, can you read, write? Do you understand? Can you answer questions based on what you just read? Can you do basic math, algebra? Um, but every test that I've taken had some type of geography on there as well. So work on your directions. They all had math. They all had reading comprehension. You're gonna write reports. Some test you on writing. So you got to be able to have good punctuation, spelling, all that kind of stuff. Some test you on that. Some test you on being able to identify shapes and stuff like that. It's almost like the ASVAB for the military. Some of them are. Some of them are less in depth. It just goes, it just depends on the department. There are study guides. I know some libraries have study guides for police tests, but nothing can really prepare you for the actual test. I would just say I personally never studied for any of them and I passed them all. Um, and I'm not the smartest guy in the world, so It's a lot of it is common knowledge. Can you read, write, do math, that kind of thing. So you pass the test. Now you got the interview. The interview is usually not one-on-one. I don't think I've had one that was one-on-one. Every law enforcement interview I went in, there was either anywhere from 3 to 5 people, yeah, every time. And they each will ask you questions. Some interviews that I did were just almost run of the mill, almost like for any job. But majority of the interviews are going to be scenario based. What would you do in this scenario? So you need to brush yourself up on law enforcement if you're going to go into law enforcement. Uh, Pro tip, before you go into the interview for the city, county, either even goes for corrections, study up on that town, that city, and just have something that you know about it because they may ask you, hey, what do you know about our department, our city? What is it about our city that makes you want to work here? Things like that. So you need to go into your interview knowing something about, the city, the town, know who the chief or the sheriff is for sure. Um, those things will help you dress nice. Okay. This is a big time job that, first, you only get one time to make a first impression. For the men, wear a suit, basic, black, white shirt, black tie. Don't go in there with your Sunday best on. Just keep it professional. Shave. You don't have to shave your whole face, but like how I look right now, this wouldn't fly. Get it lined up, get you a nice fade, a taper, go in there looking professional. Um, have a watch on, all those kind of things. Look professional. Ladies, I would say if you can get a pantsuit or something along those lines, um, nothing open toed or anything like that. Keep it, I would say put your hair up, um, the least amount of makeup as possible. Um, and if you have nails, I would just go clear or French, something, just look presentable. Looks like you dress like you're the police, essentially, and have confidence when you go into the interview. You're going to be nervous. I was nervous, trust me, because you don't want to mess up. But at the end of the day, be honest, be truthful in everything you do. Um, okay, so you made it to the background check. You've been the candidate. You passed the test. You passed the interview. You made the list. Now it's time for the background check, and there will be a background check. For me personally, they sent the two departments that I was going for at the same time. They both sent me a similar packets, and it's kind of like the application all over again, just way more extensive. And tell the truth. Do not lie. If you smoked weed in high school and you're 25 and older, they don't care about that. Okay, they really don't. Truth is the police. Okay, they're gonna find stuff. If you know you got in an accident, been pulled over, but you can't remember the dates, so you can't find the citations, put on there something along the lines of, I have been pulled over, I have been stopped, I have been in an accident, I don't recall the dates. They'll find them, or they will find them. I'll tell you right now, all I need is your name, last name, first name, middle initial, date of birth, and I can find you. I know every time you've been stopped, all that. Okay. Um, so again, tell the truth. All right, because that happened to me. I had put down the 2 times I could remember that I was stopped. I had actually had the citations, but there was other times that I was stopped and I didn't remember. And I told him that, yeah, I don't remember this. And I was honest. So honesty goes a long way in this profession. Can't do this job and lie. So the background check also takes a while, depending on your department. The one I was hired by, they called every single person I put down on their list. So do not put people down. They're either not going to pick up the phone or not going to put talk good about you. You know, they're going to ask some questions about your character. So that's the kind of people you need to be putting down, and people are going to look out for you and that know how to talk professionally. That are going to answer the phone, or if they don't, if they miss the call, they will call back. You put down reliable resources, reliable, um, what's the word? What's the word? References, reliable references for the job because they will call. Sometimes some departments go as far as to knock on your neighbor's door and ask questions about you. It goes that deep. They do check your social media, so be worried about that. Now they're asking it on applications. What's your social media tags? Because they're gonna check it. So after the background check is done, if they wish to move forward with you at that point, this told you a lot of steps. Now this is all over, by the way. This is probably 2 months right here. This process. You've already been waiting 2 months, still working your current job or just waiting, and you're like, well, it's taking so long. Yeah, that's how it goes. So now you finally get an email or call saying, hey, okay, well, you passed the background. We wish to move forward with you, and we want you to do psych eval. It's either gonna be psych eval or polygraph. One or the other is gonna come first. It just depends on availability and things like that. So one of the other is gonna come first. Psych eval, polygraph. Polygraph, really not that bad. Um, tell the truth. Again, always tell the truth. They're gonna ask you questions that have you done ever done this? It's just about can you tell the truth? They don't really care. Everybody's done something. Nobody has ever done nothing. Okay? Don't go into these so don't go into the polygraph thinking that's gonna get you to pass if you just say what do you think they want to hear. Oh no, I've never stolen anything. I never smoked weed. I never did any drugs or I never stole any music or it, they know at one time you were a teenager, you were, a kid, so you did stuff. You may have done stuff as an adult. How long ago was it? What was the outcome? All that plays in. They want to know, can you be honest and tell the truth? So both of those. They both take a long time. Psych evals can take 2, 3 hours, anywhere from 2 to 4 hours actually. And the same with the polygraph. It just depends on your proctors, really, to be honest with you. Um, Psych evals, a lot of testing. And then you'll meet with a doctor after that, and they'll kind of interview you, depending on your answers. You know, that's how long it can take. Polygraph, it's a lot of, it's just long. That's all I can tell you. Be honest, dress professionally for the polygraph and your psych eval as well. Anytime you have to go somewhere to meet someone, dress professionally. Now, pass the polygraph, pass the background, I mean the psych eval. Now you're pretty much at the point where they're just about ready to offer you the job. So there's one last thing you got to do, one last thing you got to pass, and that's the medical exam. This is the last stage, um, and it's what can get people disqualified. If you start off this process and you dabble in you got to put it down. They're gonna test. That's the first thing they did when I walked in the door. All right, piss in the cup. All right. And other than that, it's like a basic physical. Mine they didn't take any blood. They ran for urine. They can check it right there and there. They know if you passed or failed. Um, and then they check your uh, can you do basic movements like squat, push-ups, um, like a basic physical, blood pressure, oxygen, all that stuff. Other places may actual blood. I don't know. I had to do also like a breathing test. I was like a breathalyzer almost, where you had to take in a deep breath and just exhale. Uh, so that was different. But um, yeah. So you passed all the barriers now. You did your application, you passed your interview, passed your background check, you passed the polygraph and your psych eval, and you passed your medical exam, and now you got your offer for the job. And it's a great feeling. I will tell you this. It is a great feeling. It is, especially when you've been waiting for so long. I think my process took 4 months in total. Maybe no, starting June to November. So 5 months. Took 5 months for me to get a job off. Yep. So just keep that in mind. Patience is key, like I said. Um, and then once you get that call, you're gonna be so elated, you're gonna be so excited. I was. Um, I couldn't wait to tell my family that everything worked out. And um, in the next video, I'm gonna talk about the next thing you need to get ready for, which is you thought that was you thought that was a pain, just playing the waiting game and filling out documents. You got the police academy coming up next. I'll talk to y'all in the next video. If you got any questions, feel free to hit me up. Same email as always, thirdgenwrestling@gmail.com. This is just again a series I'm gonna do. The next part again will be the police academy. There'll probably be two videos. I'll talk about one will be my experience in police academy, and the next one will be tips, my personal tips for you to get ready for the police academy and how to get through it. Because it is mentally, to me, it's mentally and physically demanding, but you really got to have this rock solid and stay focused, laser focused. All right. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Take care.